Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to understand the problem 3843. It's a first element with the unique frequency. Okay. So basically we have given an integer array nums and we have to return the first element whose frequency is unique. So if no such element exists, we have to return -1. So if you go through the statement, you will understand clearly here. Okay. The underline thing is here unique frequency, not a unique element. Make sure that you understand clearly, right? Let me zoom it a little bit so you will understand. So if you see, the question says that you are given an integer array nums, return any integer denoting the first element, right? Scanning from left to right in nums whose frequency is unique. It means what? What is the underlying thing here? Underlying thing is here is frequency is unique, not unique element. So that is no other integer appears the same number of times in the nums. Return -1 if no such elements is there, right? This is what the question is saying. Okay, now let's think about, we have some example. You can go through these example, guys, right? Very easy examples we have given. So I'll go through a very simple example. Okay, example 1. So it is saying that 20 appears how many times? First time. Then 10 appears one time, but 30 appears two times, right? Two times. So the frequency of 30 is unique, right? Because these two have already come two times, means one time is already done and these are duplicate now, means the frequency 1 is duplicate now. Which one is unique? Is this one, right? So there is no integer apparently twice, two times, right? And that is why 30 we have to return as its answer. So let's see another example. Okay, let's suppose in place of these nums, I'll take another example nums. Let's call, we have 4, 5 we can take, 5 we taken, and 6. Okay, so this is an array we have given. Okay, think that this is an array we have given, and if we talk about the index we have is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the index. You know that, right? In the array we have, these are the indexes we have given. Okay, so let's think about the frequency. Okay, if I'll take a frequency, take this one, not this one, this is little not dark. Let's take this one. Okay, so say step 1, right? Very first, the if we'll say we have to build a map, right? Let's count the how many times it comes, right? We will say 4 is coming how many times? It's coming 2 times. 5 is coming how many times? 2 times. 6 is coming how many times? 1 time. So if we'll create a map as a hash map, let's suppose, okay, where this is a key and this is a value. Okay, so can I say that if I'll talk about here only the values, so values are 2, 2 and 1, right? So these two is duplicate. What is unique? This is unique, correct? So the number frequency, if we'll take, so this is unique, this is duplicate. So we need a unique value, right? So 4 comes twice, 5 comes twice, but 6 appears once. So then we can say that we are not done, right? The question is not asking for the frequency 1, right? So we have to build a second hash map where we have a frequency and how many times it comes. So if you see here, the frequency itself is coming, 2 coming is 2 times, 1 coming is 1 time, right? If we'll talk the frequency 2, it appears 2 times in the this map. We can say the key value pairs, right? And once comes 1 times. So the frequency 2 belongs to two number, right, which is 4 and 5, and 1 belongs to only one number, that is 6, right? So this frequency we can say is unique, right? The one itself is unique, and so we can say this frequency is unique. So this is your number and this is your frequency, we can say that. So frequency we have to check should be unique. So we have to traverse on the original array, which is very important, guys. Then you have to maintain the original order, right? And if we'll talk about the index itself is 4, 0, we have 4, and frequency we have is 2, which is comes 2 times because here 2 times it comes. Then similarly we will move the pointer further. We'll check if the pointer moves to the next value, if it is not duplicate. So we'll say that next we'll go to the 5. So 5 also comes 2 times. So at 2 we have 5 and frequency is 2. Next we'll go to the next value 5, 3 index, so it will become 2 times frequency. Next we'll go to the 6 when we reach to the 6, guys, right? So basically we have to move the pointer from here as we have moved from here, right? When we reach to here, the frequency of the 6 is 1, and so we'll check does this frequency appears, right? So it will say no, right? It's not appear here, and so we'll check that the frequency is 1 as we have seen. So we'll say okay, so return this answer. So we'll check this value, it is already mapped, the frequency is already we have mapped, so we'll return this 6 element. So answer will become 6. I hope you're understanding. So if I have to write a very simple term with this problem, so I will say the first non-repeating element is not equal to the first element with unique frequency. Can we say that? Right? It is very important to clarify in the interview. Okay, so the first non-repeating elements is not equal to the first element with unique frequency, right? So we have seen that. Let's come to another example so you can understand clearly what I'm trying to say here. No need to remove. Let's suppose we have a nums we have given, and this nums is 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. So this is an array. An array contains these elements. Now if I want to map the elements, let's say 1 comes 1 time, right? 2 comes 2 time, 3 comes 3 time, right? So all frequency are unique, right? If all frequency are unique, so answer is 1. Make sure that you understand this. Why the answer is 1? Because we have seen that the 2 and 3 getting repeated here, right? 2 and 3 repeats the value, and that's the trap. You don't think that if this is an example 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 we have here, right? And all its frequency are unique. This is also unique. This is also unique. This is also unique. So if this is a number, this is frequency, as we can say, if we represent like this, so we cannot say that all these frequency are unique. If yeah, we know that these all are frequency are unique, but even though 2 and 3 are repeating here, right? So this is a trap, guys. If you are not able to clear the interview, this is only because you are not understanding. So first non-repeating elements, right? First non-repeating element is not equal to the first element with a unique frequency. Make sure that you are not thinking like that. Okay, so how we can approach the problem, how we will build the solution like this, right? So can I say that in the very simple term, we have to count number, frequency, and we can do through the HashMap, right? Then we can say, okay, let's count frequency, frequency, we can say, right? Frequency in the HashMap. Then we will traverse the array, right? Traverse the array. Then we'll check if the frequency count of the frequency is equal to 1, then we will return the number, right? Otherwise, we'll say, okay, else return -1. Okay, for you, I will put this into the comment box, guys. You can get from there. So let's try to understand. So let me zoom a little bit, okay? So as we can see, very first what we need to do, let me zoom a little bit more. Very first, what we need to do is we have given these nums. We'll check if it is not empty, return -1. Okay, if it is empty, then we, in the very first step, we'll count the frequency of each number, right? So we'll take the frequency map and we'll check the frequency. So on the frequency map, we'll get one element at a time and we'll keep updating its frequency. Now we'll check, count how many numbers we have the same frequency, right? So we'll check, okay, on the frequency values, right? We'll check the frequency, how we are not getting the key, but we are getting the values. I told you over that we will make iteration. We'll check frequency of frequency we'll get, and we'll keep adding its frequency, right? Like this. This frequency, right? We have to frequency map we will use. Frequency count will take the frequency as a element and its count. Then we'll check, okay, traverse the original array to maintain the order, right? So we'll check, okay, we'll get the frequency of the number. We'll check if the count is equal to 1, means this is a unique frequency. So we'll return that element, that this element have a frequency unique, and that element will be returned. So this is a very important loop here, because over the array you have to iterate, and that means we are traversing over the element. We'll get the element, we'll check its frequency. Frequency is 1, means it's unique, and then that element will return. So this is very good to understand the problem. And finally you will return -1. So let me zoom out. I'll put this code into comment box, you can get from there. Okay, so if you see here, we have taken every time for loop we have taken, right? So it will take O of n, because n number of element will be there. So time complexity will O of 1, O of n, and space complexity, we are taking the HashMap. So we'll say it's absolutely a space, but still it is taking the space. So it will take O of n time. Okay. So you cannot do better than O of n, because you must inspect all the element, guys. So don't think about that you will optimize this code. Okay. So if the interviewer asks why 2 HashMap we have taken, so first tell that first map tells you here is how many times a number appears, and second map will tell you that whether that frequency is unique or not, right? So when we traverse, we can check its frequency. If frequency is 1, it means it's a unique element. So without the second map, if I would need nested checks, which increases the complexity. So to reduce the complexity, we have used the second frequency map. Okay, so that's the clean and direct link code done, right, guys? So if you have any doubt, you can ping me in the comment box, and that's all I have in this video. So keep learning with ExpertFunda, and I'll give any suggestions, anything. If you need, you can join my contact number through the WhatsApp, and you can ask anything if you want. As well as I'm also providing the online classes. You can join my online classes, and you can do the structured way of learning on the daily basis. So that's all I have in this video, guys. Thank you so much for joining and watching till now. Thank you.